What's up, guys? It's Scar here from theScore eSports here with Inori. After a very close 2-1 series, all the series today went 2-1. What made the series so close for you guys?
I think game one was pretty clean if you watched it. I think we played really well game one. Going into game two, we, I just, hold on. Okay, so the Gragas, I played Gragas and like, I really fucked it for my team. So I'm kind of sad about that, but I think we still could have won that game, but we learned a lot about it. So going into game three, we applied what we learned and I think we just came out on top.
Okay, so let me ask you a couple bit about your draft. You guys ban Gangplank every game. What's up with that ban?
Okay, so Gangplank. First of all, to answer that question, we have to talk about Malzahar. Malzahar this week came out of nowhere, but if you're watching LCK, you could see Malzahar was like a common pick coming from KT Fly and other people. So the thing about Malzahar is there's one champion in the game that kind of dicks on Malzahar, and that's Gangplank. So we did not want Malzahar to get countered by Gangplank, so we just went with the ban on Gangplank, and it worked out in our favor.
Uh, it's kind of weird. So I know your team is a team who does really well with Shen and really well with Hecarim, and somehow you guys get away with games where you start the series, one of those two or neither of those two are banned, and you get your Shen Hecarim combo, and you could just win. So first game, like you guys got Shen, Z got 100% kill participation, and it gets banned the rest of the series. Is there a reason? Do you think that teams just aren't banning these pieces away from you, or do you think that they're not really respecting your champion pool that much?
I think they disrespect us a lot. Like going into that series, we had like 6 games on Braum, and they just left it up still. And they thought they could test our Shen game, but I think our Shen game is on point, so that was pretty bad on them. Also, the Hecarim ban, like they thought we could probably not combo well with Shen because they took away the Hecarim, but I think Shen is just really good. Like there's a lot of ways to combo with Shen. You don't have to play around Hecarim, so I think that worked out for us.
All right, let's talk a little bit of the game two. So you said you played Gragas really poorly. What made game two really stand out for you guys? Really, I understand you guys lost, but what really stood out?
Mistakes wise, just bad decision making all around. Like we were trying to engage on a Maokai when when you have a comp like ours, you should be engaging on the back line. We played comp wrong. We played team fights wrong. I think just me being on a champ I wasn't as comfortable with. I couldn't like really make the good shot calling we needed, and it just really hurt us in that game.
Is it different to kind of play around Malzahar? You said you wanted to talk about him a little bit. He's a new pick. How do you jungle around Malzahar? Do you need to? Is there timings where you need to give him openings, or does he kind of do his own thing?
Malzahar is pretty good on his own. Just that passive lets him like have safety and lane for not being mobile at all. The way you play around Malzahar is like he gets lane pressure. You want to help mid a bit. So I just play off one side of mid, get wards for him, and just assure he can safely farm and shove the mid laner in. So if you shove the mid laner in, you get pressure in the jungle, you get pressure whatever. Like game one, if you get Rek'Sai Malzahar, like that's a pretty dirty combo. I just go fuck Centaur in all game, and then once it's time to team fight, I have an extra item on him. So it's like just having that mid pressure constantly throughout the game just allows me to snowball really hard.
What do you think about your decisiveness? So a lot of times I look at players, look at junglers, not very decisive. You, however, super decisive. But the biggest surprise to me isn't your decisiveness, actually. It's that your team follows up really well. Is that something that just happened naturally? Because you guys haven't been playing that long together.
I think decisiveness comes through respect of the player. Like, I feel like I've done well enough in scrims where my team can really just be like, hey, when he does this thing, when we support him, it works out. And it applies for most of our players on our team. So, like, whenever someone does something, we're always like, we can do this. Like, we have to put our complete trust in this player. And if we don't commit and we hesitate, the game's just screwed over that.
A lot of times you guys are picking very interesting picks. Who actually controls draft? Do you feel like it's more player controlled, more coach controlled, or is kind of like a 50-50 split?
I think responsibility for your counterpart should be on your own. Like our coach would give us like questions, we give him the feedback. I think it's good to balance it between both. Like we're not going to have a coach who knows everything about everything. Players always have rarely like good feedback to give. So we just play off our feedback off counterparts and we say what we want, and then our coach and analyst helps us draft a comp that can help us secure the win.
How is it playing with Period? I know last season he wasn't very impressive. I thought he was probably bottom two mid laners in NALCS. This season looking a little bit better. Do you feel like it's because of that respect that you said beforehand, or do you think it was something different?
I think I don't know how the team TIP environment was. I assume it was pretty bad. It's like in this split or on this team, our environment is actually so good. Like I try my best to give like as much positive reinforcement as I can because I feel like maybe that where our decisiveness comes from. Because when someone fucks up, we don't know like, hey man, why are you doing that? We're always just like, you'll get him next time. Don't worry about it. And then that just lets the person have more confidence. And I think that applies a lot for Korean. Like he's such a cute boy. If you saw him, he's just a little Korean boy. And whenever he does something bad, I'm just like, I just go pat him on the back. I'm like, it's no problem. Like, we make mistakes. We're all about improving. So that's something good. And his English has improved a lot. Like, I don't know. I think his English is really like down there, but now he's like, we have English teacher, a tutor. Like, he's learning so much English. His communication, I think in that series, if you listen to comms, he might have communicated more than the English players. So that's something like really impressive. And I'm impressed. I want to give him a shout out for that series. I think he played his little heart out. So I appreciate what he did.
Uh, would you say giving confidence to your players and giving them really this buffer, positive buffer, is something that new for you? In the past, you told me that you have maybe a rough past when it comes with like personalities clashing, teams clashing with you. Kind of tell me about your transition from then to now.
Yeah, I was like a shithead when I was like younger. Like I was 18. I was felt like I was high challenger. Like that gave me a huge inflated ego. I like looked down on my teammates. And over time, like the more the game changed to a team game, the less and less I could actually perform, like give by myself. So I slowly transitioned. Like was like my girlfriend, like my family, a lot of that stuff. They like helped me transition to like a better mentality and like I like it took a while, but like I slowly like developed a better personality to help with my team and like I still strive to be the best best team player I can be. So I think that's like a big part in teams too. Like look at TSM success. I feel like they have like the best team environment. So if we're able to replicate like 75% of what they have, I feel like we can be like a top like middle pack team.
Well, you guys are 3-1 in the last 4 games. You probably have a better record in the last 4 games than most teams here. What's the end for you? You guys playing for that last playoff spot? I think you need to go almost undefeated from now to hit that spot. Are you guys looking for 7? You guys would just be the best that you can be.
It's good to have like high hopes, but we're pretty realistic about our standings. Like we go into every game expecting like it's going to be a hard one, but we're always confident that if we pull together, if this is our day, we can easily win. So we're not too worried about playoffs. Like it is in Toronto, and like we're all 4 of our players are Canadian. Like we really want to go, but like we're still just happy we're winning games, and we could win as many as we can, and that's good.
Have these new wins inflated your ego a little bit? You think you're like a really good player. You're an awesome player now. You're doing great on a team with a 75% win rate recently, or are you guys still really mellow, really chill?
I think I kind of got my ego inflated going to the CLG game. I felt like maybe I took it the wrong way, and after we lost, like I really took like the whole day to myself to really like think about like the shit I was doing. Like I felt like I got too confident, too much mentality. Like I got the bad mentality out of that, and I feel like the players are pretty good about it, but I really don't want to be complacent with any win. Like every time we win, I'm never like, this is like we're gonna be such a good team. I'm just like, that's good. What did we do right? Let's keep doing that. Focus on the next game. Prep. Keep the good team environment, and then the wins will come like that.
Do you have any last words to say to your fans? Anything about maybe the future prep you guys are doing? Anything about that you want to just share with them?
I'm just happy we have fans. I remember like the first week we came out, we literally had no one coming to our fan meet. Like it was actually pretty depressing, but I was just new to the LCS, so I was really happy. But I think after we started getting wins, we started getting more and more fans, and I really appreciate all the fans that come out to say hi to us. I'm just happy there are people supporting us even during like when we're losing, and I hope we can get more fans to support us.
Well, from one of the most improved teams in the LCS, this is Inori from P1. Scarra from theScore eSports. You can find more content online and on our mobile app. Thank you guys. Hope you guys have a nice day.